This is a throwback, but do y'all remember when Latruth tried to rally Brianna supporters to support him and his content too? Because he didn't like the fact that Brianna was the only one getting support. So he kind of did a back call like, listen, if you're going to support her, you need to support me for the sake of the child. This is funny now that he's going and seek custody for the very child that he claimed that he was not financially able to take care of. He even went as far as trying to link up with her other baby daddy, Jonelle, to try to go against her to bring her down so that she could lose support. But yet he was out here screaming, if you support one parent, you need to support the other one. If he really believed that, then he wouldn't have hooked up with her other baby daddy trying to stop her support. I just find it laughable how things play out and shows its true intentions. Y'all take a listen to this throwback.
This is not just my life. This is everybody. Like I see it with all types of couples out here who have relationships that work out. It happens around the board. People pick and choose what side to support. And again, if you support the children, you have to find a way, even if you don't want to support but one of these people, using your platforms or your voice and saying something negative or bad about the other party still is going to hurt the child. If both people can't make money for the children, then that means, it's just like, let's say it like this. If everybody said, okay, I'm going to decide to support the dad. I'm going to support the truth. I'm not going to support his baby mama. My kid is still going to suffer in her. Even if I had all the money in the world to just do for my child, the kid is still going to suffer because they're going to see the mother suffering. Every time the kid is around the mother, they're going to see how they're crying, sad, hurt, whatever it is. That's going to affect my child regardless. If everybody chooses to support the mother and not support the father, then the kid still suffers every time the kid gets to see the father and not in the right space of mind, financially unstable, not happy, whatever the case may be. What we should be doing as people, if we're going to call ourselves supporters or fans of any union out here, we have to support both people. Stop being messy, stop being negative to each other. Just to people that you don't know, calling people out their name and saying things about people's character that you don't know in real life. It's sad, man. It's definitely evil, and it's definitely motivated by the devil. It's not motivated.
Now, I want to say this right quick. You heard him say that if you support one, you should support both, right? You should support both parents for the sake of the child. However, in this same video, this very same video, someone asked him, are you going to tell the people to stop bashing your baby's mother? This man came out and said, I cannot stop anybody from telling the truth. The truth tellers are going to tell the truth, and they shouldn't stop telling the truth, is what he said. So the people that's calling Brianna, other kids, monkeys, dogs, and turtles, that's okay because they're telling the truth in his mind, okay? He's saying, I can't stop the truth tellers from telling the truth. But yet, I'm going to play that again, but yet, he says, if you support the mother or the father, you should support both for the sake of the kids, which I think is bullshit because that's not true. They have a different audience, okay? The audience that support Brianna does not support him. They saw for themselves what they needed to see for themselves. Can't nobody turn you against someone that you genuinely support. If you support them, you're going to continue to support them. You understand what I'm saying? You can actually support them and support him. And I'm sure there's probably some people that support both of them, meaning that they watch both of their content and whatnot, right? But there are some people that they both made indirectly, I'm going to say indirectly, made pick a side. Okay, he was Team Latruth. Remember, she was Team Bree. She kept saying, I don't need a team. I don't need nobody to support me. I don't need nobody to, talk for me. I don't need nobody this. But him, no. He's over there having people confess their loyalty. If you loyal, he just did it just last week, y'all remember? Or maybe even this week to TC them. You loyal to me, you wouldn't be in, my chat, right? Because that basically was talking about me. If you're loyal to me, you wouldn't be giving no super chats to her. If you're loyal to me, you wouldn't be over there. He's talking about me and Jenny. If you're loyal to me, you wouldn't be over there listening to her. You wouldn't be sharing her content. You wouldn't be commenting. You wouldn't be engaging. You damn sure wouldn't be sending her a super chat, a super sticker, or a cash app, right? But now today, 3-4 days later, now it's let's all grab hands, kumbaya, and let's support each other. Okay? Listen again as he says this, Frank Bull.
At the end of the day, it's not going to help the kids. No matter who people choose to bash or talk bad about. Now, if you're talking about people, obviously in the entertainment career, in the industry that I'm in, when I post a skit or something like that, people talk about me, it actually can help me. But if you're bashing me and telling lies on my character, that does not help me. It still makes me more interesting. People still gonna come check me out.
First of all, he's full of shit because talking about somebody does not hurt them at all, okay? If they have talent and they talent shines, talking about them don't mean a motherfucking thing. Y'all know how many people been talking about me since I've been out here on the internet and not trying to, talk my collar or talk my shit. But I think I've done just in this segment, not the whole YouTube, but just this segment only. I think I have made more than any of these people, okay? I have made more than any of them, and they've drugged me for filth. They've lied on me. They lied on my husband. They lied on my son. They called me names. They talked about my coochie. They done been all up in my coochie. They done the same thing for Bree constantly, and Bree is still thriving. So being talked about don't change shit. Like being lied on don't change shit, okay? Because people gonna believe what they want to believe. They're gonna come check you out. They're gonna find out for themselves what type of person you are, period. So he's lying right there. That's gaslighting. That's bullshit. That's manipulation. Nobody being talked about hurt their bag, okay? It does not hurt their bag. Unless they show someone the real them. Meaning that if they show people what they really are about, that's what hurt them. So people will listen and then they will go check him out and they be like, oh, I see what she was saying. He is the narcissist. He is arrogant. He is manipulative. He do put down women. He do talk about women. He do call women names. He do disrespect women. He do think he's better than everybody else. They'll go find out for themselves. Okay?
Bottom line is, we gotta stop telling stories on each other. This is not just my life. This is everybody. I see it with all types of couples out here. Relationships work out. It happens around the board. People pick and choose what side to support.
Hey, J Bands, what's going on? J Bands, they entered the chat. What's going on?
And again, if you support children, you have to find a way. Even if you don't want to support but one of these people, using your platforms or your voice, saying something negative or bad about the other party, still is going to hurt the child.
Okay, right there alone, he said basically saying anything negative about the other parent is going to hurt the child. Did this man think about this almost 3 years ago now? Did he think about this when he went from radio station to radio station to radio station to bash Brianna, to talk about Brianna? Did he say this when he was just caught in Queen Steph's comments when they was dragging Brianna for her looks that was almost freaking 10 years ago or whenever it was, right? They were literally talking about saying that she was ugly and all this stuff. He was in the comments. He wasn't in the comments saying, hey, you guys, stop talking about my baby mom. He wasn't in the comments saying, that's not nice, man. Can y'all please stop talking about my baby's mother? No, he was in the comments saying things like, oh yeah, I just put out the other day that Facebook done stopped using filters. He was basically in the comments and okaying them dragging his baby mama. Let me tell y'all something that a lot of people don't understand. Sometimes not saying anything is saying something. Do you understand what I'm saying by that? The fact that he didn't tell them to tell Queen Steph at that very moment while he was in the chat, can you please take my baby mama picture down and stop dragging her, right? So the fact that he did not tell them to stop talking about her is basically telling them to talk about her. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Saying nothing is actually saying something. A lot of people don't understand that shit. He probably be like, oh, I didn't even say anything. I didn't say nothing. I didn't say anything about her. Not saying anything is actually saying something a lot. It's screaming it. You being in the presence and not stopping somebody from doing that bullshit is saying that you are okay with them doing that bullshit. Okay? Let's continue.
People can't make money for the children. That means, it's just like, let's say it like this. If everybody said, okay.
He was about to say if both parents can make money for the kids, it's going to hurt the kids. Well, how many family dynamics have we seen when they split up? The man flourishes, goes on with another woman or whatever, and he's making a bag, and the woman gets stuck with the child, and she's on Section 8, she's on welfare, she's on HUD, she's on WIC, she's on food stamps, she's on reduced lunch. It happens a lot. And then the daddy sling her $200 or $300 a month, maybe $400 or $500 in child support, and he gone by his life. Okay? That happens a lot. But in his case, he's basically saying, if you don't help him and you help her, Momo is going to suffer. Okay? That's basically what he's saying. But let's continue.
I decide to support the dad. I'm going to support Latruth. I'm not going to support his baby. My kid is still going to suffer. Even if I had all the money in the world to just do for my child, the kid is still going to suffer because they're going to see the mother suffering. Every time the kid is around the mother, they're going to see how they're crying, sad, hurt, whatever it is. That's going to affect my child. If everybody chooses to support the mother and not support the father, then the kid still suffers every time the kid gets to see the father not in the right space of mind, financially unstable, not happy, whatever the case may be. What we should be doing as people, if we're going to call ourselves supporters or fans of any union out here, we have to support both people. Stop being messy, stop being negative to each other.
Well, first of all, they are no longer a union. I don't think he knows what union means. They are no longer together. He's the father and she's the mother of a child that they share together. They have no union. Okay. Union is when we're talking about a couple, a marriage, a union. They're one. You unite and you are one. They are not united. Okay. They have a kid together. There's no longer a union. And I think that he doesn't understand that at all.
This to people that you don't know, calling people out their name and saying things about people's character that you don't know in real life. It's sad, man. It's definitely evil, and it's definitely motivated by the devil. It's not motivated by God. God does not require that any of us as his children move. Again, we can give people advice, but at the end of the day, that's it. Like, we can't push people, tug on people, try to force people to do certain things.
What I don't understand is why did it take him to become broke as a joke for him now to want to think about Momo's interest? He wasn't thinking about Momo's interest when his sister came out and unloaded every freaking text message her and Brianna had between each other. Okay. He wasn't thinking about Momo's interest when they had her period picture all across these internet streets. Remember? He wasn't thinking about Momo's interest when he told Dawn that it was okay to go on 2K's panel, and drag his baby mama a larger platform. Okay. He wasn't thinking about Momo's interest when he was out here saying, sign the papers, you a liar, you want me, and all this other bull crap, right? He wasn't thinking about Momo when her and Janelle broke up and he came out and said, now it's three of us. It's three dudes, one woman. Same thing that happened. See. He wasn't thinking about Momo then. He wasn't thinking about Momo when he was a part of the Keeping Up with the Truth group. He wasn't thinking about Momo when he started calling her Lyonia and letting his brothers and his sisters come out here and drag her. He wasn't thinking about Momo when he was talking to all the content creators on the back end about dragging of his baby's mother. He wasn't thinking about Momo at all. He wasn't thinking about Momo when he let 8 to 9 months go by without seeing her at all, missing her birthday, missing the first day of school, missing a lot of important days. He wasn't thinking about Momo then. He wasn't thinking about Momo when he said that Brianna cheated on him and had people calling her all type of hoes and bitches and sluts and all this other stuff. He wasn't thinking about Momo then. He wasn't thinking about Momo when Momo's siblings were being drugged, called nappy-headed, called slow, and called all type of names on these internet streets. He wasn't thinking of Momo then. Momo absolutely loved Lauren. He wasn't thinking about Momo when Lauren was being drugged. He wasn't thinking about Momo then. But now that he's broke, Now that he had to downsize a whole lot of shit, right? And now that he wants sympathy, he wants people to support him. He wants more money in his bank account. He wants things to go back to the way it was. Now he's using his daughter. Now all of a sudden he wants to think about Momo. This is manipulation, you guys. This is straight up ass manipulation. Hey, you guys, this is only a portion of this video. I have another half that I'm uploading right after this one. So when you finish, just go on to the next video and take a listen to the remaining. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Thank you until next time.